Here we go. Right, so hot water. So just press menu. For the hot water is as easy as it comes on automatically on eco mode, so that's about 40 degrees sweet water, or you can have it on high, which is the next one up, that's 60 degrees sweet water. And that's your heating and hot water on.
Great.
As simple as that. Okay, so that's just the top two. Right, the next two down are your power select.
Right.
So it's as easy as, obviously the lightning strike is your electric, so it's 1 kilowatts, 2 kilowatts, or 3 kilowatts. And then obviously below it is your gas, so it's as easy as gas off, gas on. As easy as that. So the kilowatts, the easiest way of describing that is a bit like Grandma's old electric fire. So if you think 1 kilowatts is one element, 2 kilowatts is two, and 3 kilowatts is all three elements. So all that is the amount of power that's being supplied to the unit and how quickly your heating will heat up. So obviously if it's deepest, darkest winter and it's -10 outside and you're freezing in here, the quickest way you're heating your system up is 3 kilowatts on your electric and the gas on. And that'll speed it up. Obviously for the summer, you'll probably find that you can just switch it off and just have 1 kilowatts for your electric.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is that simple? Understood?
Yep.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Don't run away, because there is more. So that's the basic controls. I will talk you through all the other functions on there. Some people use them, some people don't, but obviously we like to give you all the knowledge. So again, I'll just whip through it quite quickly. So the rest of it's all the little spanner you see in the bottom corner there.
Yeah.
So all you do is press the spanner. So the first one is time and date set. So you can just set the date and the time. The on-off at the bottom there, you know the first screen I showed you, if you have that on, it will show you the time and the date on that screen. So if you want to know how many days you got left of your holiday, switch it on. If you're like me, I don't want to know, so I avoid any papers or anything that tells me what day it is. So just a code to go back out of that. The little moon symbol next is a night temperature. So what you can do is you can set a reduced temperature for the night time. So if you like it colder at night, you can turn the temperature down to whatever setting you want, 16 degrees or anything, and then it'll automatically, at whatever time you set it for, obviously it won't reduce the temperature, but it'll just lower the temperature that your heating system will kick back in, so you can have it colder at night. Next one across is a 24-hour delayed start timer. So what some people use this for is if they've left it, they leave it on the pitch and they travel down every Friday to it, they set it so it comes on Friday morning. So when they get down to their van Friday, the heat and the hot water system's already on, and they said, and you can literally set that on for what time it comes on, what temperature you have it on, your water, what temperature you want your water at, what power it's going to run, the whole lot. You literally run through it and set it. So it's there as a function if you want it. So the next one is this is either thermostat or continuous. I don't know why someone's got it on continuous, but leave it on thermostat. That literally overrides the thermostat and your heating system just runs constantly. Yeah, exactly. What you'll find is on the next models up of this, they scrapped all these. So I think this was a bit of a test model that they done the 1 year. So there's a lot of buttons on here which aren't on the newer models, but don't worry, I'll explain them. So the next one, this is automatic for the power, so it'll either run on the 240 or if needs be, it'll run on the 12 volt. Okay. So I'll just leave that on automatic because that means then if you ever lose your 240 supply, you know your heater system will still work because it will automatically revert onto the 12 volt. Obviously just be aware, it is quite a drain on the leisure battery, so obviously just watch that. If it's all right for an emergency things, but you certainly don't want to be running on your 12 volt constantly. So, and this one is the pump speed. Again, this is a function that they took off on the next one up's model. This is just the speed that it pumps it round. Leave it on 2. Go and have any problems, your heating system will work absolutely fine on that. So, we're still going. Winter and summer mode. Again, this is a function that don't really see what difference it makes, really, to be honest. So it's a function again which they've taken off all the new ones. So it's there. Even we don't really understand it. There's a lot of additional features when they released it. You know, like anything new, any new gadgets, and people are like, oh, I can get an app, I can do this and do that. There is so many additional functions that people have added on that don't really do anything as such. So that's just the summer and winter mode, which doesn't really make much of a difference. This one's quite good. This is an antibacterial function for your water tank. So if you've got that switched on about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, it super heats up the element in there to kill all the bacteria in the tank. And it just does that automatic, so it's there as a bit of a safety thing. You know, all you literally do is just switch it on, and then that just does its own thing early in the morning for you, so you don't have to worry about it or anything.
Great.
So this one is temperature adjust. So this is offset the thermostat. So you can, the easiest way of describing it is if you've got your heating cranked up onto 30 and you feel it's not quite hot enough, you can offset the thermostat up or down a few degrees for your own personal temperatures on it. And that's the same as one's internal and the other one's for the thermostat temperature, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, still going, next menu down, I'll just fly through this one. The little symbol there is a beeper, so you can have the beeper on and off when you touch it. The little sunshine is obviously brightness of the screen. Language, if you want to speak French or German. The little key is you can have a little key lock on it, so no one can just come up and press it. You have to unlock the screen first. The external, that's where you can change it, so you can have an app on your phone. So you can use your heating on your phone. Why do you want to sit down there and adjust it on your phone when you can just get up and press it there? I'll never know. Or you can even be sat in Australia and be fiddling with your caravan.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah, exactly. I'll keep your comments to myself on that one. The ampage one's quite good. So this is, you can set the ampage level for the power usage in here. So if you're finding that you're constantly tripping the post outside, you can limit the power that the unit will pull off and it'll control it itself. So literally it'll go as low as 6 amps all the way up to 17. Okay, so if you're finding that you are tripping the post outside, you can limit this and then it'll control, hopefully, with your tripping, so you're not tripping everything outside. Obviously, if you've still got the kettle and the TV and everything going at the same time, you may still trip it, but at least this helps control it. And then you can literally come all the way back down and switch it off. Come on, there you go, off. And then the last ones are service. Quite self-explanatory. If you have any major issues with it, speak to us on the phone. They may ask you to press the service button, come up with any warning codes or anything on it. The good old red button is a good old reset, so the same as anything electrical, your laptop, your skybox and all the rest of that. If it does go absolutely peak tongue and it won't do anything, just literally hit reset, and all it'll do is reset it all down, so it just resets the computer and just boots it all back up for you.
Yeah.
Now, again, translator is another one that's been added on. We have not got a clue what it does. It's a function that they've had added on, but it's not a function that's available anymore.
Maybe so that's like if you're abroad and you need help asking for a beer and you press translate and a little woman comes out and translates what you want.
It's nice thought. I have tried pressing the buttons on it and it does absolutely nothing. So, again, it's one of them functions that it's even got Pete the expert baffled.
I think my idea is way cooler.
Yeah. It is quite nice. Oh, they'll answer the door for you. Bonjour, ça va?
S'il vous plaît.
Yeah. Or if you've been to Newcastle.
Why I man beer?
Let's get mortal.
Yeah, it'll translate that for you. Let's go down the pub and get really drunk.
Yes.
So that's it for your heating system. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Happy before we go off track too much?
Yeah.
Right, that's it, perfect. So that's nice and simple. So I'll move on to your fridge next. So your fridge will obviously, same as your old one, it'll run on electric, gas, and obviously the vehicle battery.
Yeah.
So at the minute I've got running it on electric, so to change it to gas, it's just as simple as press it and when the little light, it's on the gas then. I've already had it lit once for you today, so it's already lit up. To light, it's now as it is, ignore me pressing that other button. That's what it'll do when the gas isn't lit.
Right.
So
okay.
all you do is press that and it'll light the gas for you.
Okay.
Obviously if it does that again, it's then just check that you've got the bottle switched on and that you've got gas. But it lit first time for me today, so literally just press that. You know the gas is lit because it sits like that. If you've got the red warning triangle, you know that the gas isn't lit.
Yeah.
So obviously temperature, obviously that's the lowest that the fridge will go, up to the sort of highest, coldest temperature it will go.
Right.
Okay, so obviously on the gas and electric, that's the optimum level that the fridge will run at. On the vehicle battery, it just holds the temperature. So if you're ever wanting to travel with things in your fridge, you need to make sure you've got it down to temperature first before switching it over to the vehicle battery. He's describing that as if you were at home, I don't know, you chuck some beers in your fridge and stuck it on vehicle battery. Whenever you got to where you got there, they'd be tepid. They'd be sort of half cool. But if you've run it down on either gas or electric first, got it down to temperature, and then switched it over to the vehicle battery, it will hold its temperature, so you're happy you can travel with items in your fridge.
Yeah, we normally keep the caravan hooked up to the mains anyway.
Yeah.
Throughout the, when it's not winterised.
Yeah.
Just to keep the battery topped up and whatever. And then we normally come in and switch the fridge on sort of maybe like a day or so before we go away.
That's right. Well, I mean, I've had this on about half an hour, and as you see, it's relatively cold. Obviously, you've got your freezer compartment in the top.
Yeah.
The one thing to show you inside is the little catch here, so you have to press the button down and slide it out. Oh, you can see that, sorry. So to get it back in, it's the same again, push it down and slide it back in.
Okay.
So all that does is when it's out, it closes the door, but it's still open.
Yeah,
so when you're leaving it at winter, you can leave it like that, and then you're happy, you're not going to open your fridge up and there's a brand new country growing in there with mould and whatever else tends to go with
that's much better than the little one at the bottom, and I used to keep falling off.
Yeah, and it'll hold quite well on there
Let's
as well.
just hope that we can keep this one, because we've had the other caravan 2 years, and we've had how many fridges? The one that we bought it with, one that we had replaced when it conked out, and then another one replaced about, 4 months ago?
Well, the good thing is it'll beep at you if you leave it open or anything along them lines. I haven't had no problems with these fridges, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed you should have a good one. Now, with your heating system and your fridge and things like that, everything in caravans is designed to run on gas first and electric second.
Okay.
Now, every caravan, or 99% of it, we all run on electric, because you pay for your electric, so you run on electric, which I totally understand. Our advice is, though, every now and then, run your things on gas. You don't have to do it all at the same time, but just every now and then fire it up on gas. Main reason for that, if you're ever on site and they have a mass power cut, at least you know you're happy, you can run your heating system, your hot water, you can get your fridge on and everything, and it'll run on gas quite happily.
Yeah.
You know you're safe. So it's just to get yourself into a routine of sticking things on gas.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Right, so one couple of drawer knives and forks and things and that. Second one for your big chopping knives. So down the side here, we've got obviously your chopping board, draining board, tins or whatever you want to put in there, as I keep getting told off because people say, I don't put my tins in there. And then your gas shut-off valves are just on the side down there for your independent units. See on the side. There is a little diagram on the wall which lets you know, on the door, sorry, which lets you know which is which.
Yeah.
Our main advice if you smell gas though is just switch your bottles off. They're more there for a technician if they ever want to remove your fridge or your cooker or anything along those lines. Okay, so next one up is your satellite dish. Solar panel. So solar panels up on the roof. It's nowhere near a charge like plugging into the 240 or even trickle charge. It literally is designed so your leisure battery doesn't go flat. Because obviously if your leisure batteries go flat, you can't recharge them, they're dead. It's been hit by a new one. What this does is just put a real small amount of power into the battery to stop it going flat. So it's certainly nothing that you can run off. You can't unplug your 240 and be like, whoa, it's sunny outside, I'm going to get my telly on and everything. It don't work like that. It's just there as more as a safety thing, so your battery doesn't go flat. Hopefully in the future they'll get to a stage of where it will charge up your leisure battery as well, which would be fantastic. Now the lights on it, don't be too concerned about them. When it's just sitting like that means there's no charge going to it, so there's nothing to do. If they're flashing lights, it's half a charge. If it's all lit up, it means it's putting its full charge in, and if there's no lights whatsoever, it's gone to bed.
Okay.
So it is as easy as that. But you don't have to worry about anything. There's no on-off switch or anything. It just sits there and does what it's told. So it's like a really friendly dog that you don't have to take for a walk.
We've got two of the opposite.
Well, unfriendly dogs that you have to take for a walk. Right, microwave is as easy as press the microwave button once, press your power level, so you can adjust the power, press microwave again, and there's your timer. And then obviously start, and then stop. Or you can just press quick start, and it'll just go up for you. Okay, buy some microwaves. is take that out before you travel.
Yeah.
Because obviously our roads are nice and smooth, and you know it no potholes or swerve or anything. Or just say if you did, and that jumps out the door, if that hits this or this, it will break that and that, and it won't break this.